Let's do it. All right. Good morning, world, all 0 followers, watchers. What an exceptionally boring week in CrossFit. What's that? Interesting. Anywho, late. Not late. I was awake. We got it. We were on time. What's up, Mike? Hello. Your name isn't recognize your name. Good morning. What's up, Gus? Hello, hello. Back. CrossFit's back. I haven't seen. What's up, guys? Hello. Good morning. Good morning. All right. All right. The team is coming. The team is here. The team is here. The show needs. I bench pressed yesterday. I need to bench press again today. I felt I did some like dumbbell, and I had it like on the. Is Kill Taylor on right now? What? What's up, Katie? Katie Roberts is a perennial WODprep athlete, 1-on-1 Legends qualifier. Yeah, Kill Taylor was yesterday. Yeah. That was a savage workout. I thought about calling in. I was at the gym and I have a drag rope. And obviously C2 bike is there and the drag rope was at home. And I was like, motherfucker. But I mean, I don't even know if I could have got through the 80 drag ropes after round 1. I think I would have died. That was a tough one. Taylor does like an interesting job of like making, I mean, most CrossFitters do at the highest level, but making like insane feats of fitness just look routine. It's crazy. Oh, Jesus. Oh. What's up, Grant? I really wanted to. If the rope is at the gym, I would have called in for sure. All right, Sean, let's see it. Don't die. Thank you. Thank you. The 21. Kip your ring dips yet. Interesting. What was the workout? It was 21 bar facing burpees, 15 thrusters at 115, 9 bar muscle ups, 10 minutes. A spicy fucking workout. Did you make it? I think, Sean, did you just text me? You did. Of course you did. How'd it go? I'd love to be able to bench press heavy again. I love bench pressing heavy. It'll just literally never happen. It'll look good, Sean. Smoked it. I'm not bringing it up. All right, let's see. What's up, Mike? Hello, Gus. CrossFit's back. Kenneth, hey, Vicky, what's up? Vicky, I emailed you back. Katie, Jody from the bunker. What's up? What's up? Yeah, all in on the open. Registration numbers are down. It's interesting because I have nothing to talk about today. It's a fucking boring day, but this is a good topic to talk about. So clearly CrossFit is reaching out to creators in the space. Okay. And to do social media stuff, and it's just sad that the last 4 years or even 6 years, if you consider 2018 like the pinnacle and then the huge fall off. Like, it's sad that they haven't been doing this, right? Like, they reached out to Ben and I to do content with them. Um, uh, Still feel like I used to see promos more. So, I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to leverage people in the space and not just theirs. Not just them, right? Because, like, anything coming out from HQ right now um, uh, is just it's just taken bad, right? Everyone just has a bad taste in their mouth. So, like, it doesn't matter what they put out, right? It could be, like, just affiliate stuff that Dave's doing or whatever. It doesn't matter, right? Everyone's like, um it's not genuine or it's not whatever. Can't look at Dave. Anyway, so I think they're making good decisions by trying to leverage outside media to support them. Who are we watching here? Hello, Pat. My name is CJ. You're new here. I see you in the other shows. I'm a nobody. Just like to talk shit on the internet. Anyways, whoa, that's weird. um, so I think they're doing a good job. I just wish they've been doing this for the last fucking 5 years, man. Yeah, still nobody. That's all right. It's like a progressive nobody, right? So we're not great. We're not gaining any any clout. That's okay. Guys, I have some serious I gotta digress for a second or divert. I have these headphones and they're not in my fucking case. And I've been missing them for a week. And I'm so sad because I love these headphones. And I have no other headphones. So, all right, back to it. What's up, Craig? Good morning. All right, so Vicky, they're also sharing a lot of old open announcements, which is fun. They missed previous for sure. And so, right, the old saying is the best time to plant a tree is 30 years ago, but the second best time is today. Right. And so they just got to be consistent. If they do what they're doing now, they keep the format and they don't make sweeping changes, it's going to be great. And um yeah, Chocolamas, that's right. Did he stop his own channel then? I assume he did. I haven't seen any of his stuff. Um that's right. I knew that. Someone told me that they hired him. Um so they just need some consistency and to put their little feelers into the social media world. And I think if we do this for a year, it'll be very good. And I think we're going to see a big skyrocket in participation, right? Barring any other fucking, tragedy or anything else, right? You sell it to, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what this means. I agree with you, but I don't know how this is relevant. CrossFit says no one goes to see bands like the Rolling Stones to play the new stuff. Stick to your hits. I don't know. I agree, but I don't know how that's relevant to what we're talking about. I don't know. Probably not. I mean, maybe they did. That'd be funny. I I mean, I can't be. I mean, it would just be ironic. Probably not funny. Funny is not probably the right word. Um, it was kind of both. It was just like whatever we do, you know, collaborate with them was basically how it went down. Yeah, well, so I think from a marketing standpoint, we solely relied on um uh, like just the hype of the announcements, right? And that's what everyone wanted to do, right? And I don't think we're in that point now from a like getting people excited for the open sort of situation. So I think them pushing relationships with creators in the space is really, really important. And I think it's the right way to try to push it. As far as announcements, Dave said he's not doing them, but I hope they get fucking hyped. Like, I hope they're in gyms, not in fucking, not nothing against Medeiros, but I don't want them to be small. Um, I want them to be in massive gyms with huge setups, etc. Um, I love the hype and the behind the scenes. Oh, for sure. I hope they're doing some behind the scenes stuff. But I think with this is the athletes also have to agree to it, right? And I don't know if a lot of those athletes are um that'd be sick, dude. I'd love me a fucking Rory announcement. I'd even be fine with it at Mayhem, right? Like let Rory do it at Mayhem and then have the huge thing there. Yeah, this is true. God, that was so 2012. Um so yeah, for sure. I mean, those I don't think we're I mean, I think we can get back to that. I think seeing someone like if you got I don't know, like if you got like Tia to do it, um yeah, dude, that shit was fire. Dude, those were the best videos. I hope so there it seems like they're working back to doing some of that stuff. I imagine that there are people in media working to get behind the scenes stuff going, etc. Right? I hope there is, right? That was thunder. It's raining. So who knows? Yeah, right. This will never happen. Grant, I love your greenness in the space of CrossFit. It makes me so happy. It does. It makes me chuckle, like how new you are to this world. Oh yeah, this is for sure. I don't disagree. Sprague versus Adler, unless it's a barbell, like a heavy barbell, like a 19.2 or a 20.2. Um, um, this is so true. Yeah, I like Jenna. I chatted with her on Instagram. Kiki in leather pants. It never did for sure. As long as she doesn't interview, as long as she doesn't interview anyone, that's it. But go back to Sprague versus Adler for an open announcement. As long as the workout didn't have like a heavy barbell cycling, I don't know if I'd bet against Sprague right now. I don't know. He's a fit dude. Um, so anyways, whoa. Kenneth, I don't even know how you were gone for so long. I don't even know. We just sat here and waited for you to come back. Um, oh, what else is going on in the CrossFit space? I had nothing. I sat for like 30 minutes trying to find anything to talk about. Um, and pulled up nothing. Mm, Jeff is robotic on the spot. Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, I mean, I know that's like John says that with like Jeff is not adaptable. Um, and I don't know. I don't watch it that close. Um, no, no, she's not. Anyways, um, what I think the open repeat will be. I saw someone posted a picture of dumbbells. Was that on anything like covering CrossFit? Maybe posted a picture of dumbbells as like almost look like a repost from someone else, but I couldn't find it. I hope someone didn't post dumbbells. I swear to God, if we fucking repeat a dumbbell workout, I'm gonna lose my shit. I mean, repeating a dumbbell workout would be fucking waste of time. The open workouts we should repeat is I think let's see. I made a post. We did our We did a thing on one of our one of our Instagram pages. Let's see. Um, so this was 17.3. Let's see. Whoops, present. This is what I suggested. This is from so side note, if you guys are looking for a free workout every day, obviously CrossFit.com, but if you're looking for a different one, WODprep.programming, we put a piece of our training in our main tracks every single day, and we put it in here. All right. Okay, you're fired. This is unacceptable. That's 20.1, 21.1, 22.1. All right, let's see. 20.2, I think is a good. If I had to redo my suggestion, it would be to put in 20.2. I think 20.2 was the open workout. Oh, no, I don't think it'll be that one. That is a good guess though, and one of my favorite workouts. I liked everything before 2021. Um, just a piece. Let's see. What was 17.3? That was the hundreds, right? No. Oh, that's the squat snatch. My only problem with this workout, I don't think it's the best workout of all time. And the reason why I don't think it is, and we'll pull it up. Um, okay, I think it was a miss. I think it was a good workout. Okay. But the reason why I didn't think it was the best was because the chest to bars were irrelevant if you were strong enough. So it was just the snatch workout. Like I didn't get out of 185, right? I got like 11 reps at 185. Okay. But you could do singles on the chest to bar, and as long as you were strong enough, you were gonna get through to 225. And so while it's a snatch test, which I think is totally fine, the chest to bars were too low and they didn't contribute at all except at the highest level. So that's why I think the workout was a miss personally. Um, the other one that I didn't put on this list here was 20.3, I think. 22. Nope. 3. Nope, not that one. 4. Yes. This is the one. This is what I think they might repeat. I think Heidi said it, but I think this one is very likely because I think if they're smart, they should repeat a strength bias test like this one. Oh, oops, sorry. I thought I was sharing. My bad. This one. Here we go. 20.4. So that's what I think. And then what was 20? What's 25? Ugh, that workout. I just don't think they'll do muscle ups, like ring muscle ups. Maybe they will. 20.5 was great too. I mean, all the workouts before 21 were fantastic. I just want to be clear. So speaking of timeout, scan the QR code right there. Sign up for the open. Don't be a sheep. Sign up for the open. The open is the lifeline of this entire place. This entire thing that we do. The open is the lifeline. Boycotting the open will not hurt headquarters. It will hurt the community. I just want to make that clear. And we're not gonna have a deep conversation about this. Boycotting the open does not hurt headquarters. Hurting headquarters would be qualifying for the games and then not showing up. Okay. Hurting headquarters would be to disaffiliate or unaffiliate. That hurts headquarters, but they're not, which is good. I'm glad they're not. I don't want them to. Okay. Not signing up for the open will only hurt the community and the sport and the thing that we enjoy the most, which is the competition aspect of this world. Okay. I just want to make that clear for everyone, for all millions of people that watch my show or whatever. Boycotting the open will only hurt the community and all the things that everyone that's saying they're boycotting doesn't want to hurt. It will not hurt HQ. It will not hurt HQ. It will only hurt the community. Okay. All right. All tens of people, millions. All right. Anyways. Okay. Back to our regular scheduled program. All right. I think this could be the repeat. And then these. This is my guess. This was also a great workout. I think 18.2 in 2A. It was it's at the Movement Doctor. The _movement_dr. You can ask on here too if you'd like, if you're okay sharing information. I like to chat injury on the podcast to give a little value for all 28 people watching. So, but it's up to him. I don't know if you want to put your shit online. But either way, I will help. But you have to follow me. I don't know. Does anyone want to hear me talk to Pat about his back on a call? I gotta get 4 yeses to put the call-in number up. And I'll put the call-in number up if you want to call in, Pat. One, 2, 3, 4. All right. Sounds good. Okay. 5. All right. Let me make sure I'm connected. Okay. My knee. All right. What are we doing? Mm-hmm. All right. Go ahead, Pat. Call when you're ready. Okay. So back to the open. 18.2. That's democracy. That's right, baby. It was like 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 628s. Like 20%. I think 18.2 2A, if we're gonna have a lift, was the best way to do it, mainly because the time cap was short enough that you still needed to be a little fit to finish it in general, which I thought was really important, especially for like team workout. So like my own post. All right. So we'll wait. All right. What else? I think I'm going to clip my little piece there. I never clip any of my shows. All right. What else? What else we talk about? So the open predictions. Anyone else have any good ones? I mean, they're all good ones. I just hope it's from before 21 point, like from 2021. So why'd you do that? You fucked up your bench. Are you like bench press every day? Aaron likes the dumbbell burpee workout. I mean, it's a good workout. It's just like, I don't know. It's just, it's very similar to all the stuff. Squat, snatch, chest. We had a squat, snatch, chest to bar. It was overhead squat. It was overhead squat, chest to bar. I don't think we've had a. Oh, are you talking about that one? I guess that one is a gated workout. I think the over. And again, that's my issues with it. Look up 16.5. Ugh. Now we're back to like the most painful workouts. Mm, this is a good one. It's a good one. I love it. It's such a good one. If we're gonna go, I think if we're gonna do something that's like pain, like 15.5 was such a good open workout. Oh no, what happened? The the thruster row. God, I need to bench today. Maybe I'll do like a benchuary. Benchuary? Is that what it is? Benchuary? In December, you'll bench every Monday through Friday for the first time this year. It'll be released in. I did the squat every day for like a year in some capacity. Um, yeah, there shouldn't be. This should be the fucking thing. Um, yeah, the first workout will be. I hope it's not a repeat. I hope it's something clever. But I mean, this is very accessible. But we've never had thrusters in week one of the Open. So, anyways, woo, Barry, what's up? Yeah, this is how it always is, right? Like the last 4 years, it has to be accessible. Maybe not as accessible as last year, which is just dumbbell snatch and burpee. Um, so like something like 13.1. What was 13? You're like CrossFit. You've been in CrossFit a long time. 13.1. Was that the snatch double under? Oh, yeah. Oh, we're doing this workout next week. Um, this is a very good one. That's a dual test, right? So, Grant, I want you, this is my challenge. My challenge to you is I want you to learn workouts from before 2020. This isn't too heavy. It's light. It's 75 pounds. It would be different. They wouldn't have, the weights would look different, by the way, for sure. Um, I think I agree to this, right? So I think there's going to be, and this is why the workouts I suggested were why I suggested it. Um, uh, is is it's going to be the first workout is always accessible. Just to be clear, okay, it's always accessible, like every single year, right? But I think it's going to be less accessible than dumbbell and burpees, okay, or wall walks, but something similar to years past, but certainly not like overhead walking lunges, right? This is a good workout. We're doing this workout in our track next Friday. Um, the weights were so crazy back then, guys. Look at these weights. Um, yeah, I think this is a great first workout, but adjusted weights. It would be probably like 75, um, like 75, 115, 165, 210, something like that. Uh, um, whoops. Uh, Yeah, so I just think the barn burner needs to be like, just put a fucking barbell in it. And so this is kind of like what we're leaning with is like, how accessible does it need to be to get people to sign up? And how important does it need to be to make sure the tests are appropriate to for top 1%, right? Or 2% for individuals, or for masters. So you also have to remember, um, uh, you did, didn't you send it to me? So it, y- the three tests don't have to be that good in balance to get the top 1% of individuals. This is top 1,000 people roughly, right? 1,300 is what it would have been last year. Those 1,300 people are going to get it no matter what, right? Or anyone that matters, right? It's going to be about 1,000 this year, and so I think it matters, but it's not like the ultimate requirement. 16-1, yeah. So so yeah, that's my thought. It does matter, and I think it's important. Um, but it'll be balanced for sure. But I think people will respect like a big like a oh shit, maybe we're back to like an homage to whatever, like something like this, or even a like a like an 18-1, right? Like this is a great workout. This is super accessible to everybody. Yeah, they'll never do a 16-1 again, ever. They'll never do a 16-1 again. Because even if you have a huge fucking gym, you're only running like 3 or 4 people through it at a time in Friday Night Lights. So, in case no one knows what 16-1 is, 16-1 was a barbell overhead walking lunges. Okay. Now they could do this workout with a dumbbell for sure. They could do this with dumbbell. This exact workout with a dumbbell, even like a double dumbbell, which would be I think that would be worse. Um, So, anyways, they'll never do this again just because this logistically is just doesn't make any sense for gyms, right? So, it's a great test. It was an amazing test. Um, but I just don't they'll never like they would change it. It'd be like a double like an overhead walking lunge, like a dumbbell overhead walking lunge. Um, this is still in my opinion the most complete CrossFit open test ever from MWG. Um, I mean, there's no technically monostructural unless you consider double unders, but from a gymnastics, weightlifting, and fitness aerobic capacity requirement, number one test ever, most complete, full. You could just run this test by itself, and I think you could find the top 1,000. Like if we just had one workout. Um, 16-3. This is a good one. This is a really good workout, but so CrossFit. So going back to 16-2. So even though you say that, but there's so many toes to bar that your aerobic capacity has to be really good. Like it has to be good. Right? Like there's strong people that didn't get very far because they fucking suck at toes to bar in this workout. Um 12-1. Oh. Um 55, such a great workout. And then 16-5. Yep. Such a grimy piece. All right. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta earn it. 75 get to 75 toast to bar in like what is that, 12 minutes? That's hard. It's a lot of work. Um, okay. So we could do this all day. I love talking open workouts. Again, go ahead. They didn't misjudge it. Didn't they misload it? They misloaded the pistol workout when they did it like in France. Like the girls did the wrong weight. I think that was 20.4 or whatever. Because it was after, it was like when other gyms were putting on the announcements. And the girls did the wrong workout. And I think that was the pistol workout. Pat, go ahead and call in. You can just call the number on the screen. Oh. Mark, what feels very reactive? Oh, he could have. Oh, wait. Yeah, it was like 1 rep short of the last barbell, maybe, or something like that. I don't know. I feel like I remember that. That was a long time ago. Oh, Bennett's awake.
Unknown caller.
All right. Hello? Caller?
CJ.
Yo, got it. Can you guys hear? Can you hear me?
I got you.
Cool, great. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good, man. Good. Thanks for calling in.
How long you been doing this for?
The podcast thing or CrossFit?
Yeah. This podcast.
We started in August, like late, like July. July 1st was our first episode. And yeah, so we just doing it on the WODprep channel. WODprep has a big YouTube following. So I was like, hey Ben, let me do a podcast. And he was like, sure, why not? So yeah. So we do a morning show a couple times a week, and then John Young and Travis will do some like news stuff once a week or so.
Nice. I didn't even know about this. Now I got something else to watch.
Perfect. I expect you in the comments. What's up, man? How can I help?
So like 2 years ago, I was just doing a regular workout. It was just an AMRAP with a 185 deadlift at the beginning, and on the second rep, I felt something go, and I had hurt my back, like muscle pain type things a million times, like when you bend over to tie your shoes. And I thought it was something like that, but it definitely felt worse. So I just stopped the workout, and 2 or 3 days later, I could not even walk. So I went to the ER. They did an MRI, and I herniated my L4 and L5.
Okay.
So, and it turned out to be really bad, only because the disc was pushing on the nerves so bad on my left leg that it took me almost a year and a half to get probably 70 to 80% of the strength back in my left leg alone. When I first did it, I could not do a single lunge on my left leg. And I thought that was going to be like that forever. And they said, no, these injuries heal. They just take time. Fast forward to now, pretty much fully back. I can almost do a pistol on my left leg. I'm all fired up because the Open's coming up, and I was hearing rumors about pistols, and I'm thinking I'm back. And I'm doing a simple dumbbell snatch workout the other day, and I was about yesterday. It was about 4 reps short of finishing, and it popped again.
Okay. And
I'm down on my fucking knees, and I'm like, you have got to be fucking kidding me. And
what was the
literally, it was a 20-minute EMOM. It was 10 toes to bar. It was 15 burpees. It was 14 cal row and 15 dumbbell snatches with a 50-pound dumbbell. And it was the 20th minute.
Okay.
And I was on the 10th rep, and boom, I felt it go down on my knees again. And I'm like, I'm right back to square one. Now this morning, I'm definitely not as bad as I was last time. I don't have any of that nerve pain down my left leg.
Good.
But fuck, like, I feel like I'm fucked for the Open now. I mean, I was fairly fit, and now I'm going to be doing nothing for probably the next 2 weeks.
So,
and I was wondering, like, what do you think are the best things to do for this type of, is it just go right back to PT?
Yeah, I was definitely thinking like a 17.1, right? Just like dumbbell snatches, just like 150 of them. That was a joke. So So, so what are your symptoms? So is your pain like locally to the back, or is it, there's
Yeah,
no pain down the leg?
it's 100. There's no leg pain whatsoever. It's 100% same exact disc area that it was 2 years ago,
Okay. And
and it's just in that one area.
is it on the left or right side, or is it in the middle?
It's mostly on. It's mostly on the left.
Okay. And what patterns hurt?
Getting out of bed,
Okay.
and
Like putting shoes on?
oh yeah, yeah. As the day went on yesterday, that got a little bit better. But it's mostly like driving. Driving sucks.
Yeah, so sitting.
Like I just dropped my kid
prolonged
off.
sitting.
Yeah, yeah. And I know as soon when I get to work, when I get out of the truck and I stretch that out and I go to a standing up position, that is where it's going to be the worst. And then I'm hoping it loosens up, and I'll try to stand up and walk around the most of the day if I can.
Sure.
And not be sitting.
Okay.
Do you recommend that?
And so, yeah. So we'll get there. Let me just kind of peruse some more questions. So, like if you just bend over and touch your toes, how uncomfortable is that?
It's very uncomfortable.
Very uncomfortable. And is it uncomfortable in the stretch, or going down, or coming back up, or more or less, or all the same?
I'd say it's more going down.
Going down.
Once I get down, yeah, I feel like
okay. You feel okay.
I feel okay, and then I can get back up.
And getting back up is fine.
I can definitely, and I can definitely squat down.
Okay, cool. All right. So, Avera is a neurosurgeon in the chat, and given there's no radicular pain, and when you're in the bottom, it feels good, or it feels fine.
Yep.
Does the pain completely go away once you're in the bottom?
Yeah, I would say it does.
Okay. So Avera's for sure, I would say she's right. It just sounds like a strain, right? Like a muscular strain. It doesn't sound like a disc.
Yeah.
You're not presenting with any like radicular symptoms or nerve-like pain. So it does sound very muscular in nature. So the things sitting will just be uncomfortable, right? And the reason sitting is uncomfortable is because the lumbar is just in a stretch pattern, right? So like when you're sitting, your pelvis rolls under, right? And so I have to hide the chat. The chat's going off. And so you will feel that stretch, and that will get very uncomfortable. So if if the muscles strain and you just stretch it for 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes at a time by sitting, it's just going to get irritated, right? So standing up and moving around is going to be, it's going to be comfortable, right? That's going to be your better bet, right? And so the things that I like to do for this are things, you can do all your upper body work without limitation. If it doesn't hurt, you can do it upper body, right? With nothing should hurt. We're not picking up weight off the ground, right? You're trying to be aerobic. Rowing is probably going to be uncomfortable, but biking should be fine. C2 or air bike. And so you can maintain fitness, right? You can do push-ups. You can take, dumbbells off of like a box and do push press, or, take a barbell out of the rack, and you can do overhead work. I probably wouldn't do a lot of kipping gymnastics. And so when did this happen? You said yesterday or 2 days ago?
Yeah, yesterday.
Yesterday. All right. So from this morning versus yesterday, are you worse or better?
No, I think I'm better.
Okay. So already showing signs of improvement. It's frustrating and limiting, but showing signs of improvement already is good. The more you're up and moving, the better it's going to be. I like to go at and attack things that are uncomfortable. So I like to do a lot of things like Jefferson curls. You know what Jefferson curl is?
Yep.
Okay. So for you, I like to do it. I would start seated. So like just like think of like tucking the neck and kind of rolling your way down in that seated position, and you're just sort of actively working through. Like we're not doing like long hold stretching of just like sitting and reaching for your toes for long periods of time. I don't really like that. The other thing that I do, yeah. So me and Avera agree. I don't know if you're staring at the screen. a lot
I'm
of
not
coaches
driving, so I
that's
don't
fine.
see any of the chat.
Yeah, so it's fine. So she says, again, she's a neurosurgeon. Or he, I actually don't know if it's a male or female. We might disagree, but we don't. There are a lot of approaches on strains that we can discuss. Not a fan of static stretching. I don't like static stretching for strains either. But what I do like specifically for low back strains is sitting on the ground with your feet straight and just relaxing. Right, that's going to be very uncomfortable and kind of challenging because it's gonna
Yep.
pull the belly in, and it's going to make, because you're trying to hold yourself up from falling backwards. Don't reach for your toes, just
Yep.
sort of sit and slouch with your legs straight, sitting on the ground. I like to accumulate a minute here, a minute there throughout the day, and kind of just breathing into a little bit more of that like poopy dog posture, right? And so we're trying to do, and what you would focus on is trying to make sure that rounding is getting comfortable. Okay, and that's the main goal. So
Okay.
the long sitting, it's going to continue to get better. The main things that I would do, I wouldn't try to strengthen or work the lower back from like a load perspective for 72 hours at least, so Monday. But just
Okay.
throughout, just working slow Jefferson curls, like unweighted, right? So like kind of like round your way down to your toes, reaching down. I like to add in a little bit of rotation too. So if the Jefferson curl is starting to get tolerable, then we start to roll down and kind of like take the right hand and reach to the outside of the left foot, slowly roll your way back up, and then start to work. So you're working a little bit of rotation. Then I like to do also things like thread the needle. Do you know what that is?
No.
So basically you're on hands and knees. The chat will love this. You'll have a band like on the wall, like a crossover band or even a body band, and you're letting it pull you through. You're kind of rotating. The band is rotating you under the other arm. I'll post a
Okay.
video.
Yeah. I know what those are.
I'll
Yeah.
send you a video. And so just things like that, right? You can do things like lunge as well. Lunging will be fine. Good body work, step ups, that kind of stuff. All that'll be safe in general.
Okay.
And yeah, and don't stress it
So
for the next
okay. So
72
if
hours.
I'm feeling pain doing any of this shit, like a lot of pain, stop that until I'm not feeling pain.
Pain is a good governor of like what to do and how hard to push. But if we avoid pain completely, then we're probably not creating enough stress to create an adaptation.
Okay.
So this is how I suggested for everybody. Okay. If the pain is a 4 out of 10 or less, it's probably safe as long as it's not creeping upward within the session, right? So if it's like a 4 out of 10 and then it's a 5 and it's a 6, back it back down, reduce the range of motion, or just move on, right? So if the pain is low, it's fine. If it's really high, don't do it. Okay. Because we have to work into some discomfort to create a stress response in the tissue. And so, yep. And then, you can do things like cat cows on the ground, or like a glute bridge hold. I like glute bridge holds to work into some extension. If you're feeling really good, glute bridges are easy. You can go to like a single leg glute bridge, and then like I would work through a bunch of that stuff. Now, just remember, as you start to do all of this stuff, while it feels like rudimentary and like kind of basic, it's still stress on the tissue that is already pissed the fuck off. So you can certainly overdo it, even with just things like cat cows and like just like staying bent over. So just be moderate in your dosage. Like you don't have to do it, 16 times a day, like every 30 minutes or something like that.
Okay.
So
all right, great.
Cool. And then
really cool. I'm gonna do all this shit when I get to work.
And then I expect a call in on Tuesday, and we'll follow up with it on the show, 7 a.m.
Sounds great.
Central.
I really,
and then you can
really appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure. And then you can message me on Instagram, as it's progressing or whatever to go through.
Okay.
Cool.
Great.
Cool, man.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Enjoy the day.
Okay. You too.
All
Talk to you
later. Look at that. Good. Thanks for suggesting that, Gus. That was good. All right. What else? Vera, thanks for the input. I feel like we should have a rehab talk on the show. Are you open to putting your face on screen? I'd love to pick your brain. Do you consider Jefferson curl unweighted lumbar flexion to extension? I mean, it is the active extension, but it's not overextension. I think Avera's talking about actually taking the lumbar into like what would theoretically be like a little bit of a hyperextension, so active range of motion. But yeah. Yeah. Jefferson curls entails back flexion, which with lumbar strain, flexion tends to be extremely uncomfortable. Yeah, just with anything, any strain, right? Like elongating the muscle is usually super uncomfortable. But he said it felt okay, which is why I suggested it. Right? He said once he's down, it feels good, and as he's standing, it feels fine too. So that was why we went with it. Vera, I can't read you. Obviously, it's just a text. But I can't decide if you think that I'm like a piece of shit physical therapist, a decent one, or a good one. You won't hurt my feelings either way, but I do want to know. All right. Any other thoughts or questions? Hey, it's interesting. The concurrent live viewers of the show has started to trend up in the past like month. I think it's just because the season's coming back around and people care about CrossFit again. But I'm just gonna assume that it's because my show's getting more popular. What do you guys think? Oh, thank you. What do you guys think? Do you think it's actually trending up, or is it like just because CrossFit's coming back around? Oh, it's the friend group. It's because I was accepted. I was accepted into the intertwines, the Seven Eastas supporters. Oh man, that's funny. I like it. Thanks, guys. Thanks for the kind word. I wasn't like seeking for kind words, by the way, only from Avera, because like, I don't know, surgeons, like they make me nervous, because they're like, we're smarter than you. So, can I think this is a good question. Gus, I got to keep you, what if I didn't show your face? What if you just called in? We had like a long chat one day. Yeah, the old games videos are terrible. Kipping has progressed over the years. Yes, sir. Good luck, Pat. Okay, that's a good question. Thanks for bringing some oomph into the space. All right. Games, CrossFit games. Which one? This one? Here we go. So this
had 333 reps. Emily Bridgers 337, and with 90 seconds.
So this is also the end of the workout, right? So two things to consider. They have done at this point over 150 chest to bars, right? So first thing to think of, did you say 2 chicks? Do you not know who, hold on. Do you not know who these 2 chicks are? Without looking them up, Grant, have you ever heard these names before? Oh my God. Michelle Atandra owns DECA, well, which is no longer in existence. She's Pat Vellner's coach and now works for HWPO and writes HWPO affiliate programming. And then Emily Bridges out of Atlanta, CrossFit. Oh, I can see it. It's yellow. It's like Infernus or Inferno or something like that. She was a perennial South, whatever thing. Anyways, it was. Shut up. I fucking said it right, Gus. Anyways, all right, let's go back to this.
Both athletes have a shot to best their scores from last year, but if they can keep the pace, they might have a chance to best the best score we've ever seen in this event.
Hey, it's just like, are you sure it's not me? This is just like me talking my own thing through.
And this is a huge lead right now for Emily going into these overhead squats. It looks as though she.
So even in 2015, so this is 2015. So even then, the butterfly hadn't been really like progressed well yet. So I'll just show you a video of mine, and I feel like mine's pretty good. And so there is still definitely some leg bend, but the most effective like butterfly pull-up pattern you're going to see, right? Whoops, that's not it. Is going to end up being like yes, Chase is commenting on the workout. So I have a big knee bend in the back. Taylor's super tight. But this is pretty much like where it is, right? I have a really big one. I'm not super strong, so I rely on a really big kip. And I have a lot of knee bend in the back. So this is kind of like where it's progressed to. But at that point in time, in the realm and progression, in the progression of CrossFit, it really hadn't progressed into how we see it today. So just for an interesting, like even in 2012 when they were doing it, like if you go back to like the games then, yeah. So anyways, Taylor does a really good job of Taylor's also substantially stronger than me. If I keep my feet together the entire time, I can't get any power in the back. Right. So I have to bend my knees. Like I can't get any whip. So, which is what most people do. There's very few people keeping their, like Pamela Gagnon, but I mean, just go look at any chest to bar workout at the games. Everyone has more similar to what you just saw that I'm doing, and not comparing myself. I'm not fucking John. I'm not comparing myself to a games athlete, but from a movement quality perspective, that's would say the norm of the chest to bar is what that looks like. The feet, no one's feet are staying together. Fraser did it a little bit more. If you go look at Friendly Fran, his were super, super tight. But again, strength allows you to do that because you don't need as much of a whip. So you don't have to pull your feet back as far. But that finish point, unlike you see with even Emily, who was an exceptional
is on pace to be only the second woman ever.
Michelle was very good at gymnastics too. That like they just didn't have that full kip. It just didn't there. But again, they're literally 160 chest to bars in at this point. dude, yeah, it'll never be undone for sure. Oh yeah, did she make it? I think she made it out of the round.
And she's going to have to just really dig deep to get into that next round.
I just want everyone to
Emily Bridgers,
understand that she's not wearing grips.
46.
Dude, she's not wearing grips. That's fucking insane. Guys,
With
what
20 seconds remaining, Michelle Tondra passes her score from last year.
No grips is
both of these ladies are fitter than they were in 2014.
Now we're like fucking NFL wide receivers. And we have khaki grips.
Bridgers just 7 reps away.
Not even a Steeler
with 7 seconds to go, so she might not get 20. But she will get the win as 15.2 is over. And Emily Bridgers, with the best score she's ever put up in this event, their best.
Nuts. Yo, that's fucking wild. 160. Yeah. God, workouts were so good back then. This would be an absolute fucking beatdown. When women were women. That's right, Jody. I've said this, so this is a good one. We'll finish on this one because I gotta go. It's hard to isolate one element what makes elite CrossFit athletes elite, but if I had to, I would say it's shoulder strength endurance. I've always said upper body pulling strength endurance is the full separator because it rolls into the most elements of the sport. Because it requires lat strength, that will roll into pressing ability. But I think if you're extremely good upper body puller, and 170, yeah. If you're an extremely good upper body puller, usually your barbell work is pretty good, even if you don't have great technique. Because I think there's a lot more upper body strength required in full lifts than we want to give credit to. But yeah, I do agree here. That's a good assessment. But I think it's pulling more than pressing personally. Rope climbs, all pulling gymnastics, toes to bar. And I think like barbell cycling, all of that stuff, like pulling, yeah, I think that's that. If I had to guess, it's also the hardest thing to build for most athletes. Dang it. Grant, stop messaging in the thing. Jesus Christ. All right, let's see. What else? I think that's it. Hey guys, first off, 2 things. Thanks for calling in, Pat. That was fun. Second, sign up for the open. I just wanted to not let this go. Tex, this is fucking awesome. I'm very happy to hear this. I hope that what I've said has transitioned you in to sign up. That's all we want to see. Dude, guys, scan the QR code. Not doing the open hurts the community. It doesn't hurt HQ. Do it. Okay. If you guys are looking for some decent training, just to be, we have a good one. I write it. I do it. I write it with my coaches. I'm in the chat every single day. I answer all questions. We do video reviews. We have weekly coaching calls. We have daily mindset stuff and tips and tricks and everything. We're very active community, growing a leaderboard. We have a committed club. We do all the shit. If you're looking for an online training, platform, scan the QR code right there, 7-day free trial. Okay. Ben will never, ever be on the show this early. Ever. We'll never get on this early. So never have to worry about that. But he will do some afternoon stuff with me. He doesn't do like the he doesn't do the like the CrossFit gossip shit. That's not his thing. But we'll do some open stuff as we get closer. Make sure if you guys don't follow WODprep, head over to Instagram, follow WODprep, or follow my page, The Movement Doctor. CrossFit training tips, shit, and be on the lookout. Next week, we're doing a $3 1-month trial all the way through the open. $3, no commitment. Okay, right? It'll auto renew, obviously. And Kevin, you should sign up, and you should tell everyone that they should sign up. Okay, you should. Anyways, $3 for the whole open, like till March 21st or something like that. Scan it. We doing like breakdowns, warm-ups, strategy, goal scores, etc. Active throughout the weekend, video reviews, etc., etc., etc. Scan it. You can scan the 7-day now if you'd like, or you can do the $3 1 month for, I don't know, starts Wednesday next week, I think. Let's see. Last thing. Do you have any recommendations to help me get better sleep? Right here. Third Z is the thing. All right. Take Third Z. Melatonin free, L-theanine, GABA, collagen, magnesium, science-based, works. No grogginess, fall asleep quick, stay asleep well, hit your REM, get your deep sleep, etc. 15% off, I think. Or use the code WODPOD15. All right. Give it a scan. Just scan the QR. If you scan the QR code, I get, it like helps me as well. Just scan all the codes. Just scan them, right? And do all the things. All right, guys. Bennett's awake. Have a good weekend. See you guys on Tuesday. Peace. That was